New at 10, taller buildings could soon be coming to South Bend.
That's right. The South Bend Common Council approved an ordinance tonight.
Prosecutors are getting answers in a Shipshewana gun store burglary. They charged this man, Rodney Ross of Mishawaka, in connection with that crime. But court documents released today about what happened there are also answering questions about two other incidents, a SWAT raid that happened in Mishawaka over the weekend, as well as an assault on a trooper up in Berrien County. Police say it's a web of crimes that began in Shipshewana. Important to note that Michael Barber has only been charged with assaulting the Michigan State trooper. Right now, he has not been charged in connection with stealing the guns. 5 people total have been charged so far in connection with these 3 investigations. A grand jury could wrap up its investigation tomorrow into an officer-involved shooting that left an Elkhart man dead. Police say Elkhart officers Nathan Lanzin and Leonard Delshenko responded to a call, heard shots, and then fired their weapons. Norman Gary died in that December shooting. It's unclear whether the bullet that killed Gary came from one of the officers' guns or someone else's. The reward for information in the case of 2 murdered teenagers is now at $96,000. Right now, investigators are reviewing nearly 10,000 tips. They say they're confident they will solve this case. 14-year-old Liberty German and 13-year-old Abigail Williams disappeared 2 weeks ago today. Their bodies were found along a hiking trail in Carroll County the following day. Police have released a picture of the suspect and an audio of a male saying, "Down the hill." President Trump ran on a campaign of draining the swamp in Washington, but in some cases, it seems the swamp may be draining him. New at 10, while some voters cited Trump's executive experience running corporations, it turns out the government doesn't work the same way. WSBT 22 national correspondent Christine Frizzau has more from Capitol Hill.
We have to do health care before we do the tax cut.
A major corporation admits their role in a deadly airbag defect. Still ahead at 10, how much Takata will pay after admitting to hiding problems that resulted in death.
High-quality ingredients in a casual setting. The latest behind the newest food trend called food halls. So you're tracking a little bit of rain for us tomorrow.
Little rain tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we're talking potential for thunderstorms as change comes in. Here's a live look in Elkhart. It's just remarkable to think about. December, we had record cold. We were minus 14, right, minus 20 degrees. And now we're talking about potentially the warmest and least snowy February ever.
It is wild to think about.
It is crazy.
Michiana weather. There you go.
You got it. Yeah.
Thanks, Matt.
Cat care took center stage at tonight's Elkhart City Council meeting. There's growing concern that the number of feral cats in the city could lead to public health problems. White Humane Society says that's not the real issue. All new tonight at 11 on WSBT 22. Crews letting water flow out of California's Oroville Dam after heavy storms prompted evacuations. Why officials want to stop the outflow of water? That's when WSBT 22 News on Fox continues. Water being released through California's Oroville Dam is being slowed down.
Now, officials want to completely cut off the overflow for a few days.
Japanese auto parts maker Takata Corporation has pleaded guilty to a criminal charge. It has also agreed to pay $1 billion for a scheme to conceal a deadly defect in millions of its airbag inflators. Takata admitted to hiding problems that can cause inflators to explode with too much force. The explosion could hurl shrapnel into the drivers and passengers. The company will pay about $125 million in restitution to victims and their families.
Food lovers rejoice.
Food halls are the latest trend. Tasty eats prepared by big-name chefs are popping up across the country. Jerry Willis with Fox Business takes a look.
And the women clinched the ACC regular season title yesterday. We'll hear from them as well. All sorts of big basketball news happening today.
Hungry for wins, hungry for these food halls. We would just wish Matt was here for that story.
Oh, yeah. I heard it, though. I got the earpiece in, so that's why I came out here.
He always hears when
you
food
bet.
is around.
You bet.
President Donald Trump will deliver his much-anticipated first address to a joint session of Congress in less than 24 hours.
Tonight, the White House is sharing some more details of what it calls an optimistic vision for the nation. Joe Waldman is in Washington with a preview.
The White House says President Trump will lay out 11 bullet points.
The Notre Dame men are fighting their way back up the polls. Pete has more on their next ACC challenge coming up in sports.
And a unique program allowing Adams High School students to do some professional research. Thanks, Matt. More local news in just 2 minutes right over on WSBT 22.
Or you can get the latest anytime with the WSBT 22 News app. Thanks for joining us tonight.